Okay, I got the contract. There we go. Let me see if I can print this thing. Let me save it to here. And we're going to print this thing. First, NIL UCF football player deal with Quan Jet Li. Let's do this. Today is a very exciting day because we're going to the UCF campus to meet Quan Jet Li, who is an incoming freshman wideout from Gainesville, who I met on Twitter, and him and I started talking, and he showed an interest in potential NIL deals or marketing brand and likeness deals, and I had a couple ideas, and so we hopped on the phone. Next thing you know it, I'm talking to his uncle, and today's the day I get to meet him. And we've got a verbal agreement on what we want to do for the next year, but we're going to solidify it today with an agreement. We're going to meet him, we're going to talk to him, we're going to learn a little bit about him, and we're going to get fired up. I'm so excited about this. This is, I've always wanted to mentor young UCF students, but more importantly, I wanted to mentor an athlete. And so here is an opportunity to go and mentor an athlete in any way we can do it. You know, he's got all these mentors in his life, I'm sure, at the campus with the coaches and whatnot, but on the business side of things, well, you know, what better honor than to be able to help navigate those waters for him and with him. So I'm excited about it. We've got the agreement. We drew it up. His uncles approved it. So we're ready for signature, and we're going to get started on this. I'm excited to meet him and go see what he's all about. The way I remember college sports being handled for athletes was we weren't allowed to work. That's what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember. I think they prohibited us from working. They didn't want us to work, and so we were desperate. I mean, I remember we were taking equipment that they gave us and returning it to Best Buy for cash, or Sports Authority for cash. We were doing all kind of crazy stuff, selling our books, just so we could, you know, have some money in our pocket. And so, you know, I'm sure not much has changed for these student athletes, but now with these NIL deals, and I'm being asked all the time, what is NIL? It's name, image, and likeness. And what the NCAA is allowing athletes to do is to monetize their name, image, and likeness. And so, you know, once that became, you know, an opportunity for these players, I wanted to learn more, and I wanted to get involved. I'm a firm believer that the more that you get on camera, the more that you express yourself, the more that you communicate, the more people can gravitate to you, the more valuable you become, the more interesting you are, the more people want to learn more, and the more you grow. And then all those things are what makes more NIL deals happen. I am so excited to meet Quan because all I know about him is what I've seen on his social media accounts, which I like. But the one thing that I was most drawn to about Quan was he was the aggressor. You know how fitting a wide receiver with ambition was the aggressor. He was, you know, once he realized that I could potentially bring some type of opportunity to him, he was coming to me, and that is so important because you got to have the initiative in life and things that you want, and especially when it's like, you know, I'm not too sure. It's the ones that go out and get it that end up getting it. So this is going to be a good day. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Jet.
What up?
I'm rolling up to the bounce house.
Okay, for sure. All right. We're gonna be at the front.
I'll be right at the front. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Come on out, man. What up, Bob? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, yes sir.
Nice to meet you.
Yes sir, yes sir.
How they treating you? Look at you, got the Steeler thing on. There you go.
You already know.
It still is all the way, but Big Ben retired. I thought he was going to give it one more season.
Oh, man. I went to his last game. I went to Kansas City game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's big time.
Oh, man. And in the first quarter, we thought we had something, when the TJ, going in for the score, we're like, well, this might happen. And then Mahomes just,
doing Mahomes.
he got loose, he's just rolling out, just doing everything. So, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm excited.
Oh, man.
This is the spot. Everything. This is the spot. I'm loving it.
The future of college football, right?
I'm telling you. This is what's going down there.
Yes, man. All right. So, do you have any time? Can we go? So I just want to go and kind of get to know you a little bit, and then I want to bring out our agreement and maybe just do a little ceremonial signature on camera, a couple pictures. Okay. All right. So let's go find a spot to chill for a minute, and then we'll get you back here so you can finish up with your stuff. All right. All right, man. So tell me about this event that you're here for. What's going on? What's he doing?
Well, this whole event is kind of hosting the guys, like the younger recruits, just kind of getting in, showing them like what UCF is all about. Just kind of like introduce them to opportunities that they may come down the road for them, and then a lot of the older guys are just kind of hanging around, just trying to show them the way. So
interesting. And so, how many guys are in there?
Oh, it's a lot of guys in there, honestly. At least 100 guys, honestly.
And the guys are talking amongst themselves, obviously.
Correct.
And that's kind of interesting, to get the recruits together so they can start their chatter, because you get in there and you see a guy,
right?
And you start to build a relationship, and he's, kind of get you fired up, right?
Right. And it's just like guys, just like a lot of guys, just like we can tell them all we want about UCF, but once they actually see it from themselves, they're like, oh, this is what UCF is all about. And then that's just kind of the picture Gus Malzahn he's trying to paint, because there's a lot of guys, like, they see a campus but they've never been on a campus, but when they actually get here, they're like, oh, this is the vibe, oh, I want to be around those guys, like I can trust this guy, and that's big time.
So well, why don't you tell me about your background and how, was it always obvious that you were going to play, or tell me a little bit about it?
Not first, like, just kind of growing up, like, I didn't know, like, because I didn't never know, I thought I was going to be playing football, because, I was just kind of, I was one of the kids. I was misguided. I wasn't always the Quan Lee that people know today. And it wasn't always easy for me. So but once I got introduced to football, watching my older brother play, it's kind of like it opened the door for me. Like, if he can do it coming from Gainesville, I can too. So, and, I finally stepped foot on the field, and I just kind of fell in love with it. Like day by day, just kind of like, because I was always the fastest kid on the field. So. And then really when 8th grade is kind of when I started taking it serious, because I'm like, I'm pretty good at this thing. And, just playing, like, I wasn't at the best high school, but we lost a lot of games, but I was always the standout, like, because I scored a lot of touchdowns, make a lot of big plays. And, and then eventually I got my first scholarship offer, because a lot of guys in my area was never getting the scholarship offer. I was the first one. And that was exciting for me, because like guys in this area doesn't get scholarship offers, especially not D1 offers. So and just kind of took it and ran with it. And
I saw that video you put where it just scrolled all the offers.
Yeah.
It just kept going.
Yeah. 29 scholarships. So
and that's got to say something to UCF, that you feel so much connection to them with all these potential places,
Right.
That's pretty special, I think. It's not like you didn't have any options.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, why I chose UCF, it was a big part of the opportunities, because I wanted, like, guys want to just pick a school just because of the name, or it's a big time school. Like, I chose UCF because I can get the best of both worlds, like opportunities, school and football. So, they're a very competitive school. Gus Malzahn coming in, changing the culture, and that's a school for me. And I'm in Florida, so
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready to play.
Yes,
that's the biggest thing. Yeah. This is it. Huge. They go to bounce house. As long as I feel like if I get a fair shot at playing, or just a fair shot at I just need a fair opportunity to play. I'm going to compete. Once I compete, I think everything else will take care of itself. I've always been that kind of guy. Just you give me an opportunity, I'll make the best of it. Who's going to fold when the pressure comes? So yeah, I just feel like that's where I stand out the most. Because when things get hard, I don't think it's too much nothing that I can been through already. That ain't too big too, you know. I ain't gonna fold. Might bend, but I ain't gonna break.
No, you're here.
This is it. It don't get better than this. Can't wait. I can't wait.